Hello everyone, this is another episode of our PRM Spellbinder. We reach crucial point in our playthrough. This is Malmouth expansion. We're gonna spend a little bit of time here. We want to get Revered with them. For a multiple reason. I need experience potions and we need a amulet blueprint from them. Last episode we managed to put some sustain because our gear falls a little bit. As you can see, this ether pulse doesn't matter if your resistance max out, it's pretty deadly. Stay away from it, reposition. Here I'm gonna spend a little bit more time for a killing, because this reputation is one of the most important ones. Doesn't matter what you build, you actually running at the moment. Every single build in this game needs Malmouth resistance for one reason or two, but mainly for the experience potions. This is gonna help me level my devotions much faster. Also, all of these monsters here, they are champions, which means I get max reputation killing them. And they are actually pretty squishy. Actually, Malmouth sewers is one of my favorite spots for farming reputation and infamy levels, because there is a secret area here that's guarded by Galacross, the devastating mountain. And this is one of my favorite areas to farm crystals as well. It's very close to the rift. The crystal formations pretty good as well. They can drop shards, clusters, and that helps a lot. If you are after crystals, Creek Slab is a better option, because crystal formations, they are pretty basic. They drop mostly crystals, not the high tier components like shards or clusters. So far I'm having so much fun. Panetti really feels better compared to last patches. I tried a PRM playthrough a long time ago when the skill was still dogshit and was terrible. Feels terrible as well, but now I really can feel the damage even in my scuffed gear. This is the secret area. Again, very good density, very easy to farm reputation here. And good amount of crystal formations. And you have a boss on top. Galacross can hurt really bad, so especially from a distance. I'm gonna pull out immediately Mark of Torment. I'm gonna nullify him and myself. It deals less damage when you face tank him. In a distance, he's gonna charge, pop up thunder, a lot of stuff that usually you want to avoid. It's not hard boss in general. He drops 2 sets of chest piece. This one is actually kinda important for the build because converts vitality to ether. This is a very easy conversion. A pretty bad roll apparently. Vigorous of Amarastra's Flurry. This is terrible roll. But this is gonna convert a lot of the vitality damage to ether. If you don't have a option. Okay. But currently I am okay with my armor piece. And obviously when I hit level 94 I'm gonna hunt Krieg's chest armor over this one. But during leveling is a good option to convert part of the vitality damage to ether. It's gonna boost your damage significantly. Just unfortunately I forgot about this chest piece. So I didn't farm it in normal. Let's check what's our status with these guys. I think I'm respect, close to honored, which means I have to sooner or later come back. This is not a bad armor piece. For a meme builds like my other challenge currently. Actually this helm is gonna be very useful. I found this from a corpse. Funny enough. Here we look for a couple of objectives again. We have to find all the cards with corpses. I currently kill one off screen because I pay attention to the minimap. It was over here. So on this build you're gonna have a lot of off-screen kills because how Panetti works. It explodes on impact. And also there is a chance to pierce multiple targets. Actually playstyle is pretty close to Lighting Fury Amazon from Diablo 2. Gives me the same vibes. Next objectives. We have to find a save 2 kids and basically kill their guardian, which is one of the most unique encounters in Grim Dawn, because it doesn't matter if you pick the right dialogue options, there is still a 50% chance he becomes hostile again. That's why I usually just kill him. Save time. This is experience in time. I don't have to go back. Dangerous areas that we visit. We stock up a lot of clusters. I have already 8. Usually I have 2 or 3 when I avoid most of the dangerous areas like conflagration, immolation, old Valbury. I'm gonna go back immediately. We hit honored. Don't waste time. Just go back immediately and buy your mandate. This is gonna significantly boost your reputation gain. We can take a look what they offer. This armor absorption, physique armor, actually not a bad thing. I think one of my stuff is empty. I still run slit. But I can use some stuff to boost my defenses. Gonna buy. Gonna use two. That's gonna make my armor a little bit more effective. I think it's a fair trade. Of course, later on I'm gonna put full offensive augments, but still I am in a leveling phase. Especially when I am okay with my damage, I can focus on sustain. Never forget that monsters can't die twice or 3 times in a row. If your damage is okay, focus on sustain, especially in hardcore. Even in softcore is a very good advice, because nobody likes to die. And as you can see, I crit for up to 130, which is at this part of the game is more than enough. The most annoying thing about this quest, if you don't finish it, you can't continue with the quest line, which means no reputation. And the last card is quite annoying. You have to enter the last building, after that going down. And navigating Malmouth is a pain in the ass. But here is the... You want to kill all the sentinels. They drop either shards, clusters, or sometimes nothing. But they are the most efficient way to gain some clusters early on. We're gonna go for more overload, more offensive ability, more damage. Also overload gives ether resistance, which I already have a lot, so I can switch augments. There is a totem, but it's on the other way, so I'm gonna skip it. We go straight to the Guardians of the Gate, another beefy boy. After you kill him here, he has another spawn locations. Just the first time he spawned here, guarding the gate. And we have to open the gate for Creed and Black Legion. He is not very scary, just be sure you open with Mark of Torment. That's gonna pretty much kill him. These guys is a sure way to acquire these shields. There is a couple of them. This is the Ether one. For Ether Death Knight, not very common build. 14 crit.
To good use.
A little bit late, but there is a good moment to use my Malmouth oil. That's gonna give me advantage against them. More damage, more sustain. Here you definitely want to pick up Yvonne's memory quest. Also I have to fix my looking really quick. We are role playing as one of the circle of the five. This is not the correct boots. We need something ether stylish. Actually we don't have the right one. So we're gonna use necro boots. I almost forgot to grab the supply quests, which is another a little bit annoying one. Especially when I plan to spend a little bit of time at this expansion. We are not rushing to Forgotten Gods, not really. We still have a lot of side quests to do. This guy is quite annoying, they use mirror and I don't want to waste my nullification for a white mobs. I'm gonna just pass them. There is nothing wrong to tell to yourself, nah, this battle doesn't worth it. I'm just gonna move forward. There is a plenty of stuff to kill. This is Rift Count leg warps. They come with a ether damage, so it's worth to check them. Here is another sentinel. There is a multiple objects here in this zone. And we're gonna clear all of them because this is actually a pretty good area for experience. There is a very easy tasks and quests. And also the density is very high. There is a random boss as well, random spawn. And there is a lot of sentinels, heroes, that type of stuff. Second objective is this door over here. We have to save this girl. Her boyfriend, he just chose to die. This is one of the most stupid NPCs in the game. And another objective is crystals. We want to kill as much as we can. We are in front of the big crafting session for the end game, so we need every single material that we can get for free. First spawn location for the boss is here. He is not here. There is a two more. Next objective is here on the square. You're gonna need dynamite here. But as I shows multiple times, if you don't have dynamite at the moment, there is a guaranteed one over here. And this is the Flesh Weaver Haraxis. This is the boss that I mentioned. We take too much damage from different sources. Actually, I almost died there. This is the next supply point. Just I have to kill these guardians that blocks me on the way. Be sure you grab it, because if you forget about it, you have to walk a lot. Stick to the objectives, pay attention. You don't want to walk the whole map again. Another important moment, you want to hit this detonation site so you can go back easily for the next quest instead of making detour. Unfortunately, this is 3 dynamites, quite expensive, but I think it's worth it, especially all the profit that I made already. I can make tons of dynamites. Here you have a guaranteed shrine and another boss. As we said, I am after the reputation, so I'm gonna kill him. Especially when this is not dangerous domain. I take my distance, I wait for all the stuff goes out. Here is the boss, this is Hinissus, another Flesh Weaver. Honor is a very good relic, not for this build, but in general to have it. After we secure the next quest, we can move forward. Next objective is gonna be Vonda's memory and save Hiram and the other NPC. Hiram is always in this building. And that girl is on the next one. And Vonda's memory is on the building exactly before the Rift Gate. Here is Nadia. I always forgot her name, because Hiram is the most important one here. But we have to save both of them. We want this memory. There is a one-shot chest at the back. Guaranteed spawn every difficulty. Edge of Sanity, this is actually Ether weapon. Maybe it's an upgrade. until I get what I need. Actually, this is a melee weapon, but gives a Eater's Shred, so definitely an upgrade. Our chaos resistance still bad, I can get rid of my silver. Which maybe is a wise idea to drop a little bit of damage and craft Sanctified Bone for the chest armor until I stabilize my resistances. Here we look for all the vents. And we got durable fortress of protection. First vent is immediately after the rift. And here is actually in a crown hill, there is a boss that I need for both of my items. For the chest piece and the gloves. We're gonna run 3-piece Creek set. So Valaxteria is my top priority. We're gonna farm reputation anyway, so I'm gonna hit her a couple of times until she drops what I want. She deals respectful amount of damage. Be sure you nullify her and avoid the Sunder. But I fight her under the frame, which give me advantage. Unfortunately, no boots, no gloves, sorry, no armor. But that's okay, I'm gonna farm her anyways. Mythical Eater Reach, not bad at all. It's gonna give us a proc. Actually a good replacement before I get my hands on a Creek gloves. There is another vent. They are fixed locations, so this is the easiest and fastest way if you stick to the east part of the map instead of making detour and come back here. This is the right order. First is here, second is here, and the third one is over here. But if you take this route, you're gonna make a detour and you have to go back because the boss is over here. Be sure you pick them in the right order, that's gonna save you tons of time. If you line them like I line them, any other approach is gonna end up bad for you. And this is the third vent over here. And we are free to deal with Theodin Marcel. It's gonna be a hard battle. At ultimate, he's someone that you don't want to underestimate. I already lost my purifier because I underestimate him really badly. Of course, now I am a little bit more prepared. I'm gonna reapply my oil. There is a desecrated shrine here, also one-shot totem, one-shot chest. But most important for me is reputation and the experience. Eldritch Mirror, at the moment this one is a best in slot component for pet users. There is another quest here that's optional, but this allows you to fight the ethereal that possess you in the first place at the beginning of the game. It's always satisfying to banish her. So you have to go back to Coven. And you have to have a certain reputation level to unlock this quest. But we are already revered with them, so...
I can smell the questions upon you.
And we have to go back. And we're gonna fight Alostria. She of course possesses another vessel. You can have a chat with her and stuff.
Moments in your brief lives, and you spend yours chasing after me. I would be flattered if you weren't so pathetic. But you have my.
But I'm not for the chat. She's a cult user. One skill point. That's max out. We can either take soft cap nullification or more arcane will. Our necro is pretty much done. Actually, I'm gonna take more spectral rat, more damage. Infestation is another very dense area. We have to be careful.
Arrogant human, to think that you can enter my kingdom and topple my greatest creation.
here we are after 3 mini bosses. One of them is Krieg himself. We're gonna kill him for a second time. His location is fixed, but the other two's random.
I will enjoy crushing. Feel my wrath.
He's high ether resistance, so it's gonna take a while until I drop him down. This is double experience quest. We're gonna get even more when we go back to the Steel Scalps district. There is no sign from these guys. I hope they don't spawn next to each other. I hate to find them when they're together. Okay, one of them is here. This guy is optional. I like to kill him. Sometimes he carries some good loot. He is a one-time experience, but if I let him go free, I don't receive anything. Let's deal with Marcel. First two phases not very dangerous. This is a shotgun. Don't stay too close. You're not gonna be hit by all projectiles.
Enjoy reshaping rotting flesh. Arrogance will be your end.
We're gonna clear the odds regularly. You don't want to fight the odds and him at the same time. I'm gonna pop up my Mark of Torment right now. Stay away from the pools. This is the Sunder in the second phase. But the real problem starts at the third phase. He's gonna activate the crystals at some point. This is the most deadly mechanic, alongside with the Sunder. This is the crystals, just reposition. This is the Sunder. I'm gonna Mark of Torment him.
Will pay for itself. Nothing
Let's finish the quest line. Was a pretty clean kill, no problems at all. Time to get some experience.
Good work out there. Good on, I believe.
Captain Wilk, we've been prepared. I'm talking about.
Tell me. Can't afford.
$90 is a very good threshold. This means I'm gonna start drop all the end game gear that I need for this guy. But let's sell some stuff. This is it's not bad belt. Unfortunately, we need vitality to ether conversion. This is not bad item as well. But we run a special off hunt, so I can't run this. I'm gonna just sell it. No casting speed, that's why this is a terrible weapon. Don't watch me sell all this stuff, most of them is very useful. But at the moment I run solo self-found runs, so I don't need any of those. This shows as a huge upgrade because it's a warped of the ether. This is whopping a huge amount of ether damage. Unfortunately, no casting speed, so we are not interested in this weapon. This one lack that stats as well.
Iron well spent.
And this is the last time we got 2 points. I'm gonna place a little bit more at Mark of Torment for sustain. I use that very often. Next step, we have to clear Black Iron Docks. We already secured that quest by blowing up the detonation site. Much easier for us. We are actually pretty close. The next quest gonna grant us Revered status. And we can craft basically, I think, our amulet. So I finally get that endgame slot covered. And next episode probably is gonna be a pure farming episode. For at least the guaranteed pieces that I can get. That's from this quest. Let's grab the last one, get rid of the council,
Was
and I
back before the city fell.
and I believe that's gonna net us the Revered status, so we can start using experience potion, hit 100 faster. We have enough money. We're gonna need probably 5, no more. Here is the council. Nothing special. It's good to damage them equally, as much as you can, because they're gonna put themselves shield every time somebody dies. There is a treasure room here and another secret one. This place is very profitable when you approach it for the first time. This is the secret one. There is a one-shot chest and 2 small ones.
Have the councilman? Good.
And we are almost there.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
We got some upgrades on the rings. Unfortunately. We're gonna drop a lot of resistances, especially lighting. But I think this ring is no good for us. Comes with the conversion as well that I don't like. So this one's gonna be better.
Iron well spent.
We're gonna drop some resistances, but I'm gonna fix this. And we have to work on chaos. I think we have to use more ointments. And I'm gonna use one more. I have to start think how to get rid of my tier 1 components already. I carry some stuff way too long. Anyways, next step's gonna be Master Ternox and Dahlia's quest. Also, Ternox drops the boots that I'm looking for. Creek set is a target farmable set. So we're gonna kill Ternox probably in the next episode until he drops the boots, and we're gonna kill Valaxteria until she drops the gloves and the chest. This is the Dravis letter. Also Ternox here as well. Luck of the draw. No boots, but that's okay. We're looking for the rift. It's gonna take a while, but this quest very important. That rewards you a very good legendary weapon that it's once per character, only at ultimate. This guy heals him. You have to be sure you get rid of them. Also, we lure the boss. And this is gonna be a tough fight. Fighting all of them together. Now they start healing Gabaltun. I'm gonna get him out of there so I can kill him. Usually I can leave the area without kill him, but he kinda pissed me off. Also, if you need any of the relock medals, this guy is the right one. He has a guaranteed chance to drop any of them. I am already here, so I'm gonna finish this area. There is an interesting quest at the end. Unalval God, it's not a hard boss. These guys, if you decide to save them, they gonna corrupt one boss at the Forgotten Gods. It's pretty interesting encounter. And here is the Blaze Heart. A very good weapon for a certain builds. You definitely want one or two of those. That's why it's very important quest. This item is tradable. You can transfer it to the shared stash and stuff. So be sure you do this quest on every character. So you get multiple copies of this because the stats varies. This one is actually a pretty high roll on some stuff and a little bit lower on the others. But attack speed is quite high, damage quite high, and the vitality to fire conversion as well. I'm gonna reset the game. I want to try Valaxteria one more time. And maybe Ternox before I close the episode. I hope it's not gonna take so long, but we'll see. Storm Serpent set is not a bad set as well, if you want to play Lighting Trickster or Lighting Spellbreaker. This one's gonna land. No luck. Just her regular items. But there is a totem, which I want. A very good drop. Lacerator. This is a very nice build for bleeding builds. Soul Blade, another good find. Let's check Ternox. Maybe it's gonna be a little bit more lucky with the boots compared to gloves and armor. Also we hit Revered, so we can buy some important stuff for the next episode. Ternox here. No luck. I'm gonna give one more shot. This is very fast runs before I close the episode.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
So now we have options for a better augments. We can get rid of the defensive stuff. My stun resistance quite low, but I think this we're gonna buy 5 potions. It's time to get a little bit more damage on the jewelries. I don't care about bleeding resistance, I'm gonna leave it capped. But somehow poison is quite bad. No, actually 17 over cap is okay for the campaign. So I can leave it like this.
Come see what's left of my
And we need a blueprint. Heart of Malmouth. This is the amulet we are after. We have to craft Oleron's Blood, Mark of McDrogan. Pretty expensive craft, if I am honest. But this is gonna fix my stun resistance and stuff.
What brings you to my forge?
This guy gives stun resistance freeze duration. Maybe it is a right choice to craft this. So Blight, not sure if I have it. I do. Corruption. Galestone. Oleron's Blood. This is another expensive craft. That hurts. This is a lot of materials. And Mark of Mokdrogan, another pretty expensive craft. Wardstones, 12 shards. This is brutal. But we are already at the end game, so We got a pretty high roll, especially on the resistances that we're looking for. We have to reapply the, and our damage skyrocketed with another 1200k, which is just for a swapping one piece of gear. It's actually impressive. That fix our bleeding resistance, vitality, chaos steel's kinda low. Everything else feels fine. We can check what seals we have. We still miss annihilation, so I can use just arcane lens for now. Also, our offensive ability goes to the roof. This is a pretty good upgrade. And now I want to test it. A last run for the set. Yep, damage becomes more consistent now. Even these mobs, they are high ether resistant. But this amulet's actually a huge upgrade. But we technically delete Valaxteria this time. Terno is gonna be at the last checking point. It's pretty unlucky. No luck again, but that's okay. We're gonna spend next episode farming anyways. I'm gonna close the episode now, thematically here at the Heather Cellar. Thank you everyone for watching, see you in the next one.